Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, y'all just take my words and try to twist shit. I'm a real nigga, you a nigga, that's the difference. Hey, some y'all niggas hating from the distance, not watching what I say. You got a part of my opinion. Chico tweeting while we coming different. We the sharks up in the water, nigga, don't get stranded. Hey, some y'all niggas hating from the distance, not watching what I say. Y'all got a part of my opinion. Hey, we ain't come from fun, we came from business.
Let's go. Welcome back to episode 13 of Part My Opinion. I'm your host, the good guy to the right of me.
So I'm still rapping.
I see.
What's up, y'all? Chico, a.k.a. Mr. Terrible. What's up?
We got special guests in the house right now. Y'all been seeing me shout out people's, power washer for the last couple weeks. You get to actually see the man behind it. Give yourself a shout out.
My name Derrick. People's Facebook, RNK111331 on Instagram. What's good, world?
It's good.
Yeah. So not only does, Mr. Peoples have the power washing, but he's also the man behind the $13 ticket. This man right here, if you don't follow him on there, he can show you, if you stay loyal to it, he can show you how to turn $13 into $1,100. You get what I'm saying? At least twice a month. He can show you how to do that. But you have to stay committed and you have to stay loyal to him. So we going to have a good one today. Sports,
Sure.
Gambling, over-unders, all that. But before we jump into it, we want to, bring some things to y'all. Part of my opinion is going to be, trying to feed 3 families for Thanksgiving. So we, giving ourselves a month from now, to try to feed 3 families. We asking for our fans and viewers to help us do so. So anybody who watched this, who like it, if you know a family in need, around that time who can't, afford food, please let us know. We'll be taking donations, monetary donation, food donations and everything so we could get a basket together. Everything is incognito. No one has to know, that you mentioned them or whatever. So please just help us try to get back to our community because that's what we want to do. The GoFundMe and the Cash App will be in the link down below when you watch the page. Help us feed 3 families for Thanksgiving.
Let's go.
Sharon is Karen.
Let's go.
Sharon is definitely caring.
Let's do it.
So, Mr. Peoples, man,
What's good, family?
tell me the method behind the $13 ticket.
13 actually started with that's my favorite number.
It's a bad luck number, though.
For you.
No, not so. So say if you ever been to like a high rise or something like that, they normally skip the 13th floor
Facts.
because it's considered a bad luck number. Not to me. I mean, I honestly don't care about it, but the superstition behind it that it's a 13. One of the jokes that we used to have at the job a lot of times when new people would come to the job, we'll send them to room 13, and which it doesn't exist. So they'll be walking around the unit for an hour trying to find 13 and it doesn't exist. So, that number, like, tell me.
Like I said, that's my favorite number. My favorite player is Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay.
So that's where I got the 13 from. And then it just like, I ain't gonna lie. I had my first time betting, I think I had $13. I probably had $20. But it just, when I put 13 and the payout was where the payout was at, let me try it. And it smacked. So I said, well, let me try it again. 13. And the crazy thing, when I tried the 13, I also created another ticket for probably like $20 or a little bit more dollars. That 13 hit. So then I started noticing, like, when I try to put other numbers on it, it don't smack. But every time I put $13 on it, it hit. So then people start asking like about the 13. Like I said, it's my favorite number. So I start seeing people around the hood put 13 on it. But then it's crazy. I'm like, all right. I start creating tickets. So now I start making the payout come up to 13. So anything I do, either I'm going to put 13 or I'm going to try to make that payout somewhere near 13.
That's crazy. Cousin sent me a ticket and it'd be like 10 picks on there, and I'm like, yo, this too fucking much right here. He be like, nah, trust me. I'm like, man, that motherfucker hit me later on, talk about something. Listen, you just gotta believe. I start going through the whole thing, talking about, yo, how the fuck did you do that?
They
Like,
say that's another thing. Like with the 10 picks, people have been asking me how they call it long tickets, long shots, receipts. That's my lane. I tell people all the time, do what's for you. If you can feel like you can find 3 games, do 3 games. But with me, I look at it as multiple sports. You got baseball, you got football, you got hockey, college. If all them games is on today, why would I just stop at 3?
Right.
And I start telling myself, if I think I know the game, and that's where the notebook came invented. Because, you know, you look for something to write on, but when I start writing on a notebook, you start noticing the notebook got locks. And I would tell cuz, like, I don't know how I would start with 1 pick and my hand won't stop. Like, I would say my notebook, 8 o'clock in the morning, got 20 picks on there. No, I'm not putting 20 picks on the ticket. That's just a rough draft. That's just everything that I'm liking. Now I'm going to put my guarantees that I like. And next thing you know is 10 picks.
so sports betting, I mean, the shit is so addictive and it's so frustrating. You know, it's times to where even the both of you, like I tell, man, this shit got me ready to throw my motherfucking stomach up. Like, you'll play a whole ticket, all 7 o'clock games, and then you'll put 1 10 o'clock game on that bitch. All 7 o'clock smack. Now you up waiting on that 10 o'clock.
What just happened a couple of days ago when
They do some whole shit.
when the Lakers killed me.
They do shit.
Cuz was hitting me all day.
The Lakers is terrible right now.
But that's my squad. And I'm going to tell you like this. This is what hurt. I lose a lot of tickets, lose by 1 point, lose by 1 game. We waited all night. I had a 12 pick. Waited all night. Everything, it was mixed with football. It was like, last Sunday. Mixed with football. It was down to my Lakers game. And when I say my Lakers, I'm a Lakers fan. So I'm going to pick the Lakers because I'm not looking at betting. I'm going with my team because that's my team. For your team to kill you, that hurts different.
That definitely.
Sixers killed me a bunch of times.
That hurts
man. I know
different.
what that feel like.
But I'm saying, bro, listen, bro, I'm talking about last pick of the night. All they got to do is
all they
win.
got to do is win. I know exactly what that shit feel like, man. That shit
like
be
last
fucked.
night, huh?
Nah, I ain't pick them to win on the ticket. I just was picking PPR shit.
See, that's your lane.
Well, you know what's crazy? I don't really have a lane. I ain't find a lane in betting yet. I just take just my knowledge of just watching games and knowing players and shit like that, and I'll be like, oh, I think I like this. You can last these motherfuckers that sit around me every Sunday. I'll call it like, let's go, touchdown right here, such and such. He ain't did nothing the past 4 plays, but I'll call it. Or I'll say, come on, let's go, such and such, shoot that 3. You know what I mean? He shoot the 3.
Oh, all right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
in the game moment.
Yeah, I'm in the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? I watch it so much that I can watch anybody play basketball. I can watch anybody play football. Okay. So when you know positions and you know shit like that, you just, you know what I mean? All right. So now
look at the lines.
Yeah, like now really what it is I'm just learning all these new players now. Now you just gotta learn these niggas and learn, like, you know what I mean? All right, he get over 40 yards most of the time. You know what I'm saying? So pick him to go over, even if that line say 59, I'm gonna go on FanDuel and say, oh, yeah, that nigga going over 40. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like.
See, that's why I don't. A lot of people been trying to put me on FanDuel, but I really don't mess with FanDuel because a lot of stuff I do at the corner store, you can't do on FanDuel.
Yeah, FanDuel, you gotta have like, on FanDuel, you gotta have like, you just gotta be straightforward with the shit. Like, what I'll do is I'll take a player from every game and say that one player is going to do this from each game, or I'll just take the same game and just parlay the niggas together. Or I'll just take the teams, or I'll do anytime touchdowns. Anytime touchdowns.
I really
You can
like
ask,
that.
you can
that's
ask,
mean.
ask
really
Drew
like
right
that.
there, right behind you. Look, listen, my anytime touchdowns 2 weeks ago, from the start to finish, I was picking people that I ain't even seen them play yet, all the way from Jacksonville playing 9:30 in the morning against Atlanta.
The England
Kyle
game.
Pitts
I mean, the
hadn't caught a
London game.
touchdown yet. And you know what I'm saying? You go back to that game, Kyle Pitts hadn't caught a touchdown yet. I said, he's going to be the first one to catch a touchdown in that game. He was the first one to catch a touchdown in that game. He was on my ticket.
He played the Jets.
We had the Jets.
Jets, yeah.
Yeah, when they play, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was on it. Like, I was like, nah, this is going to be the day.
See, that's how it would be. See, that's how I tell you that shit lane. If you look at, take the time out to actually look at it and see everybody, look at the number, you're going to get a spark in your head that's going to say, oh, boy ain't do nothing in 2 games. Yeah, this is the game. I tell people, like, if this is the best advice I can give you with gambling, always go with your gut.
That's a
Facts.
fact.
Because, look, and then again, a week before that, he was sitting right there again. I made, it was like 2 something off of $3. Off of $3, that FanDuel, I mean, not even FanDuel, it was on DraftKings. I had $3 sitting, right, it's all the same shit. I had $3 sitting on DraftKings for like months. Went on there randomly, and I was like, it was the Giants versus somebody Monday night. Can't remember.
So you know, like you said, you got to find a method to your madness.
Yeah.
So let's move to the next chapter of this madness. You know, is is Simmons broken or is Philly broken for Simmons, if that makes sense? Like, is Philly the place for Simmons? A lot of people feel as though that if he leaves and go to another team, he'll still be the same Ben Simmons. I think if he leaves, he'll be better than he is right now.
I tell people this. Name a player that left Philly was worse.
Iverson.
You check Iverson in Denver when he
You
was
say left for Philly and was worse. Not saying he fell off the cliff completely, but he declined leaving Philly going into Denver.
But he surrounded himself around more star players.
He was around more stars.
I think
that's not the. But the question you asked was who
But
left Philly.
his game, I don't see how his game.
He declined every year after leaving Philly.
I don't see that.
I think the question need to be is who leave Philly and do great?
Nobody left Philly and did great.
And that felt like they could do better without Philly and go somewhere else and do great. Where do
Samuel
they end up
Dollarberg
at?
won the championship once he left Philly.
Who?
Samuel Dollarberg.
Iguodala also won a championship
Iguodala
too.
definitely got better.
Iguodala
once he
also
left.
won a
I
championship
don't think
too.
Iguodala got better.
You don't think he got better?
I
He
believe.
developed a
Iguodala-
jump shot.
Ho,
and
ho,
everything.
ho, ho.
If you go
You
look
got to
at-
really be a Sixers fan to make that. To make that. Iguodala is not a better player. He's just more
That's what I
relied
said.
on in
If you
certain
look at his
roles.
role when he was with the Sixers,
Yeah,
The
the-
Sarge-
his
the
roles
Sarge-
with the Warriors, that role was totally.
It is two
Iguodala
different
was-
roles.
The ball had to go to Iguodala.
Yeah,
hands
once
with the
Iverson
Sixers.
left, it was AI to AI, and then he became the AI.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And then years after, they tried to make him the man, which he wasn't. Found his spot with Golden State, and
He was more
to
that
me, I think he.
defensive aggressor.
To
Right.
me, I think he got better defensively. You know, shooting wise.
He definitely
you know,
got better shooting.
shooting wise
Shooting-wise,
and
yeah.
everything. He's not as
Next to
explosive.
Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
Yeah, he's not as explosive as he was when he came in the lead in 05, but I definitely think he got better leaving Philly.
He is one player I would say got better left Philly. Drew Holiday is a player
Drew
that I
Holiday
feel
is
like
one of the underrated.
Yeah, Drew Holiday
guards.
definitely.
I've been a Drew Holiday fan since he been there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I would say Drew Holiday. I think that's the question that I would ask, because it's like we say players is good. A player could be good anywhere, but who
But
really
see,
stand
Drew
out when they
Holiday
leave
was-
Philly?
When he went to the Pelicans, they were so quiet. People wasn't actually paying attention.
Pay attention to his
game.
stats. He was fucking
If
nice,
you
and he
actually
was
watch
nice
him
over
at the
there.
Pelicans with
He was
Anthony
nice.
Davis,
He was nice.
he was getting solid point guard numbers, and I'm talking about he's a point guard.
He was
that's
damn-
going to go stick the point guard. He's not going to go stick the other player. He's going to stick the point guard. If you actually watch him, he's always on one of the, either first team defense, second team defense.
Right.
That's
Like
for
he's
sure.
definitely one of the underrated guards in the league.
Now after
Lou Will
Drew,
got better leaving the Sixers.
Lou Will still Lou Williams.
I think Lou Will the same player that he
Yeah,
was
to me,
with
Lou
Philly.
Will still
I
Lou
think Lou
Williams.
Will the same player.
Six men.
I think it.
Definitely
Yeah, I
got-
think it.
definitely
Yeah, I
got
think he the
better.
same player. I just think that the Sixers was a bad team at that time when he was on the team. I think he just in a better situation. He's the same player.
I think it comes down to the Sixers draft selection.
It definitely does.
Their draft selections for the last
8
couple
years.
years.
8 years. 8
Eight,
years.
Maybe longer.
8.
8
Fucking
years.
Evan Turner.
That wasn't a bad pick. If you look at Evan Turner in college, before he got that back, the back injuries would really set him
I wouldn't
back.
have picked
But
Evan Turner.
That wasn't a bad pick.
It wasn't a bad pick. I'm just saying he still ended up being a bad pick.
No, Evan Turner was decent. With the
Decent?
He was decent. No. He wasn't decent?
No.
Oh, man.
Evan Turner was Smush Parker of the 2000s, man.
It's exactly who he was.
He was Smush Parker of the 2000s.
And the crazy
man.
thing was being a Sixers fan, you had to like that guy. I had to like him. You know what I'm
Is he even
saying?
in
But
the
I
league
knew,
still right
I
now?
knew,
Nah,
I
doubt
knew.
it.
I was like, this dude isn't consistent. He ain't good. He
So
just
that's Ben Simmons, that whole fiasco around Ben Simmons and everything. To me, I'm not a Sixers fan, so I'm enjoying the drama in Philly right now. But I honestly think if you put Ben on a different team, it'll be way better than he is right now. To me, a lot of people disagree, but I think with him, he went from at one point in time potentially being an alpha to being a beta. Now he's probably the third option on the team.
He was never the alpha as long as Embiid was there.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that period of time when Embiid was hurt, wasn't sure when he was coming and everything, he was, the alpha as far
That
as
was
the
his
hype
team.
behind him.
To
So when Embiid came on the scene, took over and became it kind of, you know what I'm saying?
But did Embiid take over or did Embiid just play better than him?
To me,
Same
Embiid
shit,
just played better than
He just played better than him.
both.
It's just played better.
It's
Because I'm
both.
just saying, the only reason why I say that is because I feel like if if Ben Simmons would have kept playing and kept developing, it wouldn't have been no Embiid came and took over. It would have just been Embiid came in
I
and
say
he
the
just filled
Sixers
in.
should have never got rid of Jimmy Butler and JJ Redick.
I say the same thing.
That was the best.
But
thing
they got rid of
had.
Jimmy Butler for Ben Simmons.
No.
Ben Simmons didn't want to play with Jimmy Butler.
But at the end of
It was
the
a
day,
known fact. He
I
didn't
think
feel
it
like
was
he
about
could
the
get the
money.
ball.
They didn't want to pay Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy too aggressive.
No,
didn't wanna
listen.
pay
The
Jimmy.
report was before Embiid even said it this past month. The report was that Ben Simmons felt threatened by him being on the team because he felt like Jimmy Butler was going to be getting the ball more.
He was that type of player.
I don't get it, but that's what I'm saying. But that's why they traded him. They traded him for Ben Simmons' satisfaction.
Is he satisfied?
What do satisfy this baby
That's what I'm
right
saying.
now?
Like to,
What do satisfy
At the
him?
end of the day, you gotta look at it.
Call him a baby?
He being a baby.
Yeah, but how he's going.
Well, you
about
know
it,
what? I'm gonna take that back because he said he's going through some mental issues. So I'm not gonna call him a baby.
I don't believe.
I'm not gonna call him a baby. Listen. I'm not gonna say what to believe or not because I'm not in his head. I'm not gonna call him a baby. But what it is not good behavior. It's not what it's wrong either way. For a team that trade a player for your benefit because you say you don't feel, you know what I'm saying, like you're gonna get the ball that much with this player on the team. When in reality, they could have traded you at that time and got something way more valuable than they would be getting right now for trading you, and they could have been all right. So you feel me? So you get rid of Jimmy Butler, who goes on to Miami, and he's not the greatest player in the league or
He went to the
anything, but
finals
he's
that same
solid,
year he went
right?
to Miami.
But he's solid. He's a solid player. But you got rid of him for you. We got rid of him for you, and gave you a max deal.
Yeah, you're right about that. But
It's
the
just
mental thing, I don't believe that. I just really feel like he's done.
He probably
got
really
his
is
mind
mentally-
made up. He
Yeah, he
don't want
won't
to
go.
play.
Yeah, he don't want to go.
I just think he's going to find another excuse to
He
for
gonna
him
have
not
to learn.
jump on the court with them.
He's going to have to learn at this point, you need to mentally prepare yourself. Play at least a season
I don't see it.
and earn some
Because-
trade value because
Why
they not
force
going.
him? Why force him to stay there?
It's not forcing him. It's getting some trade value. If you want to be traded be traded, but the team just said, "Well, we just gave you a max deal. We just traded one of our best players for you. We not just gonna give you away.
Yeah.
We're not just giving you away. You want some trade value. If you want to get trade, make yourself valuable.
Facts.
You just did some shitty shit in the playoffs. Niggas think you can't shoot free throws now. They're gonna send you the free throw line, play
I feel
hackerback.
like Philly's asking too much. They could have been. I feel like they could have been traded. It's what they want back. They want too much.
They want to make it unbelievable so that way you forcing him to stay there.
I don't think they making it unbelievable. I mean, look at what these teams be giving up nowadays.
And C.J. McCollum. You no way you was getting both of them for Ben.
But they wasn't just giving Ben Simmons in return. I believe Tyrese Maxey and a couple other players and picks was a part of that.
Still ain't at
it might not be, but the team already at that time looked like they getting ready to part with Dame. So Dame at that point becomes less valuable at that point because they know you going
move for Harden.
They probably should have. They probably should have.
Before Harden went to
before he went to Brooklyn. Yeah,
they should have.
They probably should have.
Really forced that move.
They probably should have, but it's hard because I feel like they really do believe in him.
My opinion, I think James Harden would have been doing better over there than he doing in Brooklyn.
In Philly?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't think so.
Absolutely.
I think so.
Absolutely.
And Tobias Harris.
Absolutely. Look at what they missing right now in Brooklyn.
That point
and Philly have everything they missing in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn missing a rebounder.
But Brooklyn.
And how many great rebounders do the Sixers have?
2.
Oh, okay. Great rebounders. I said not
I
good.
Said,
I say solid.
I said great yesterday. Like I don't understand Brooklyn. I don't understand Brooklyn. Steve Nash is my guy. Anybody know me? Like Steve Nash is my favorite player of all time. Coaching, he acting like Michael Jordan as a GM right now. Like I don't know what
Steve Nash is a new coach. Give him some time,
bro. Bruce Brown.
I'm with him.
Bruce Brown not getting no play time is the most absurd thing.
I think he need. I think that in Brooklyn they probably just need to get him some better personnel, some assistant coaches around him to talk some sense into him in certain situations.
Like he definitely lost a lot of assistant coaches this year. Mike D'Antoni left.
I feel like that's what he needs. When you being a new coach, I'm not sure his name, but I know you're talking about.
Mike D'Antoni was only there for Harden.
I got. Well,
and that's the problem. But that's the problem because you need assistant coaches that's not for a certain guy. You need them to say, "Nah, look, coach, we probably need to try this."
Mike D'Antoni came on before the whole Harden fiasco and everything.
But he's one of the reasons why
Harden got there. I got you. I'm with you 110%. But it was never set in stone that Harden was going to come there. So I think I think Mike D'Antoni being there is off him and Nash relationship helped me get through the curve of being his coaching.
Right.
You know, I think Harden came later on down the line. You know, like Bruce Arians with Antonio Brown. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like. But I just don't like Steve. Like Bruce Brown came in last year, 6'4", heart of a lion. I don't know which one of y'all said it to yesterday, but to me, he's a Pet Bev without the aggressiveness. You know what I'm saying? He's a Pet Bev without the Chicago. You get what I'm saying? Aggressive. Like he plays big for a small guy. He plays big. He
bigger because he's bigger than Pat Bev. Pat Bev was 6'1".
And you don't got him playing at all. You get the new guys, James Jones, the boy Carter coming in, Paul Millsap.
He didn't play DeAndre Jordan the whole thing. Playoffs.
I just don't understand. The one part that you weak at, well, 2 things you weak at is defense and fucking rebounding. But offense turns into defense, and you got plenty of offense.
You want to know why?
But you can't rebound.
Want to know why? Because they chased Blake Griffin. They were so busy chasing Blake Griffin last year that they should have
because LaMarcus Aldridge went down.
That's an excuse.
But would you would have went? I'm not grabbing Blake Griffin though.
You could have went and got it Dwight Howard.
That's what I'm saying. You chasing Blake Griffin.
You could have got Dwight to come over there.
They should have never got rid of Jarrett Allen.
Jarrett Allen.
Jarrett Allen was
that rebound.
No, well, Jarrett Allen came to a business decision because Jarrett Allen was definitely going to be doing $100 million contract, and you wasn't keeping him. So you got to get rid of him now while you able to get something in return.
Do you want to listen? You want $100 million or you want a ring?
Well, he damn sure wasn't getting that. He wasn't getting that. But the fact that he wasn't getting that ring right away, he probably gonna take the $100 million.
That's what I'm saying. But if you look at it, they had Brooklyn down to win it all. So you can't say you don't know if they would have won it.
I could have told you right then and there. I told everybody. I said I don't care about James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant. They're not winning no ring.
But I've been calling the Bucks ever since Drew Holiday went over there. Just like this year, I'm like in Miami with Kyle Lowry over there.
That's absolutely fine. But that's absolutely fine. You might like that. But I told niggas with them three on a team, with no big man, and when they leave the court with nothing, there's no reason to be afraid of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no defense.
That is none. No defense.
All you gotta do is be able to score.
That's it. No defense whatsoever.
And if especially if one of them have a bad night, right now you without Kyrie. So if one of them have a bad night on for real, you really can tear them up.
Big time from
Patty Mills. That's because he's doing a veteran thing. He's doing the veteran thing.
Patty Mills is making Kyrie. You get what I'm saying? Like Kyrie, who? Like you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, don't get vaccinated.
Look at what Brooklyn was doing before them three got there. They was already gelling as a team. They messed that team up by, KD's coming. KD and Kyrie's coming.
Yeah, I don't like this shit.
Now we bring in Hart. And they messed up that whole chemistry of the team.
I don't agree.
I feel like if anything you bring one of them over, if you want to bring one of them over.
One of them, or
but
just
two
Kyrie
of them,
and
I feel like when you try to get two of them, I feel like that's when it start becoming too much, because then you're gonna start lacking that big man presence. You're not gonna start caring about that big man presence, and that's exactly what they started doing.
Yeah, but
stop caring.
You also the other part to it is business wise. Those names wasn't selling tickets. Like I also have to fill this arena up. So how can I fill this arena up? James Dolan, being a dickhead that he is, didn't want to offer KD a max contract. He went over there to the Barclays. So I mean,
it makes sense business wise. I'm just saying, as winning, on a winning perspective, it ain't working.
Yeah,
it ain't gonna work.
Those guys, they definitely needed KD and stuff. But again, I mean, Steve Nash is trying to win basketball games the way Phoenix won them in the early 2000s.
Yeah, small ball shit ain't gonna work.
And it was the same outcome. Where
did they go?
It's the same outcome. We was number 1 and 2. You get what I'm saying? But we always got to the conference finals and lost. Like that's just what it is. That small ball game does not work at all. Does not work at all. You need a big man. You need presence. Like I said, I don't understand how you got Andre Drummond coming off the bench and Dwight Howard's coming off. Even JaVale McGee could help you right now. Like JaVale give you 13 rebounds and he can help you.
They just need a rebounder.
That's all you need. You need a rebound and a rim protector, and you good. You good.
It's a
These
couple
motherfuckers
people
getting boxed out. Like they plus what? Motherfuckers is plus 8 offensive rebounds a game on them. Like, it's terrible. It's fucking horrible. But, NBA just goofy, man. Like, the way people go is just goofy. But since we on NBA, you're a Lakers fan, but you just said you got Miami to win it this year?
No, I don't got Miami to win it. I just say Miami is going to make a lot of noise this year because of who they picked up. Miami went to the finals
2 seasons ago.
2 years ago?
That bubble ball
It was bubble ball. Bubble ball.
I'm just saying.
They brought how many teams in there? They handpicked the teams they wanted to come in there. Some people.
I'm just saying, they just picked up. They added 2. Miami was already a defensive
I think
team.
Miami is definitely going to continue to contend.
Players with Kyle Lowry and P.J. Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they're going to contend. That's a fact for sure.
That's a strong with Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson. They got the shooters.
Yeah, definitely. So who's your favorite to win it?
To win it, I say the Bucks gonna win it again. A healthy Bucks.
Who you got?
I don't know.
I agree. Most Sixers saying what it says. The Sixers. I'm glad you ain't deluded.
I'm not. Listen, I'm a Phillies fan, but I'm not no weirdo.
Listen, I got you. I was prepared to argue.
I ain't no fucking weirdo.
You done fucked me up.
I ain't no fucking
now.
weirdo.
I was prepared to argue with you.
I ain't no motherfucking weirdo. I know what the fuck going on.
Me right now, if I had to pick a finals winner, it would probably be. It's going to the West, but I just don't know who in the West going to take it. I just don't know who in the West going. I got the Lakers winning it this year.
We not ready.
I got the. I'm gonna tell you why though.
Last
I'ma
time the
tell you-
Lakers, the last time a team LeBron was on looked bad like this in the beginning, they went on to
he
win a
shipped everybody
championship.
out. He shipped everybody out. Last time he had this much
It
time.
was definitely gonna be some more moves before
Nah, the Lakers,
All-Star.
But you remember he made them shift. He made all that shift, and he wound up winning.
That's
it
what I'm
this
saying.
year.
He went on to win the
But nah,
championship.
I got the Lakers. I got the Lakers winning it this year. I got the Lakers winning. Right now, you know, these motherfuckers know exactly what they doing. Let's create the storyline. We're going to win 2 games. Then we're going to come up. We're going to go on a 13-game winning streak.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? We're going to change the old narrative. Everybody saying I'm washed up. I can't do this. I can't do that.
LeBron been balling. He's
He's
been
been
putting it all on
he's
Westbrook
been, he's
right
been,
now.
He's been balling, but you still going to have those people who going to put – you supposed to be the best in the world. You carry everything on your back when they slacking. So
That's what I want to ask. Who y'all think the best in the league right now?
the best player in the NBA is
Right
Giannis.
I keep saying that's my opinion.
Giannis is the best player in the NBA right now. I could give you my top 5 would be Giannis, KD, Embiid, LeBron, and then Luka would be 5.
It's hard. It's hard for me to say a strong 5 right now. Luka is definitely in there. Got to put KD. Steph is definitely there.
Yeah, Steph was
is
my number
definitely there.
6. Steph was definitely my
She's
number
disrespecting
6.
by Steph by putting him number 6.
Steph was definitely number 6.
MD, I can't put MD on that list because MD, them injuries be killing me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even saying like the injuries be killing me. Back spasm, lower, like nowadays the softest things were, oh, he's out for the whole game. People was playing with sprained ankles, broken ankle, like show that you there for your team.
They get paid $80 million more not to play.
That's why I can't put him
These
on
motherfuckers, it's basketball turning into baseball now.
I would take Joker before MD right now.
They both in my top 5.
Jokic.
I'm taking him. He's going to give you everything every single night, and Joker ain't missing no games. He's not. They just send him just the rest. Joker ain't.
Jokic is the Tyson Fury of fucking NBA. Like
like
his
that
body
comparison.
frame and everything
I like that
doesn't
comparison.
scream normal. You get what I'm saying? For
like that
there, but it's
comparison.
just like he's just.
I fuck with that comparison.
Yeah, Jokic is definitely Jokic will come into the top 5. No matter what you do
He's
a
in my
top
top
5
5.
on, it's always going to be hard. See me,
It's not
with
hard for me.
with me with Steph, I love Steph Curry, but Steph Curry he's exciting. He's exciting and he's good, but in real basketball, like meaning you're not going to teach no other kid to play the way Steph play.
Yeah.
He'll be sitting on the bench. You know what I'm saying? It works for him. Like you said, if it worked, like do what works for you. That works amazing for him. But a true basketball fan, before invented Chef Curry, will look and be like, yo, that's a terrible fucking shot. Like,
Facts.
that motherfucker just be pulled.
He don't shoot no
you seen
terrible
the bet?
shots.
Like, they had the little clip to where when he played the Clippers the other night, him and Paul George laughing with each other. Yo, give me one, I'll give you one from the logo. Like, and you just come up and you just
hit it
shoot
for
some
the
shit for
logo.
the, like you out there having fun. And you get what I'm saying? You're executing on it. And it's like your coaches can't say nothing to you because this is how you make a living off this right here. This is what fills
He
our
changed the
arena.
game.
Like he changed the game, but they
Changed the
be
game
some
all the way around.
they be some awful shot. Like we in a close game, you pulling up from 45 away. It's still 14 seconds left on the shot
I'm gonna
clock.
tell
We're
you
not
right
gonna set
now,
up
with
a
my
play.
starting 5, I'll make that work
What, Chef?
with Chef Curry.
Absolutely, my starting 5. I'm definitely gonna make it work.
I'm making it work. My top 5.
I'm definitely gonna put two nice ass rebounders down below too.
That's what
Hey,
I'm saying.
literally, that's why I got Joker and
This is
Embiid.
my opinion. Joker gets 2 rings in his career. He's top 5 big man all time to me.
Not with Denver, he not getting 2 rings.
I'm just saying. If Joker happens to get 2 rings in his career, it got to be 2.
You say top 5 big men?
all time.
That's hard.
One question.
That's hard.
Name a center that averaged over 5 assists.
But we
in the new game of basketball,
Yeah, we
though. It's a
talking
new
true
era.
centers.
That's why I was
So
getting
when
to.
when you start
the
talking,
game ain't even around the big man no more. So for him to average almost 10 assists, giving you 20-something points, double-digit rebounds as a center,
Statistically,
Nowadays,
it'll make him one
when
of the
you
best.
when you talking about Wilt, Bill Russell, Parrish, Kareem, like when you start Elijah Wan, like
I'm
when you
putting
start
him up there because how he passes that ball.
Yeah, you said you was gonna put him in top 5 though.
Putting him top. It's not. You got to think right now. How many big men is you could put in top 5?
There's a lot of big men before
before him.
Joker.
Yeah, I could put the top 5.
Right now. That's why I say ring wise.
Yeah, but even still, so you
I don't think
comparing-
2 rings can put him in top 5.
You comparing it off of his ability to pass when you come
His
into a
all
game.
around game.
It's all, but the other ones wasn't that. They had to play in a game where bigs play big. You get what I'm saying? And that,
And I've put him down. So you tell me Joker couldn't last with them back in the day?
He wasn't fucking with Shaq.
A lot of people wasn't messing with Shaq.
I don't even think he.
A lot of people wasn't messing with Shaq, but that's like Shaq wasn't messing with Dream.
I don't even think he could. I don't even think he would have been able to handle. I don't even think he would.
he wasn't starting back in. He wasn't starting back in that day.
Man, y'all crazy.
He wouldn't have started back in that day. I
Why
don't even
wouldn't
think
his body wise, his body frame shows, but he's not soft down there.
the game wasn't so evolved back then. You look at everything from back then to now, whether it's TV shows or everything. You know, the world wasn't ready for that kind of play back then.
You had somebody, Sean Bradley, back in the day. Who was Sean Bradley? Tree.
And that was it. He was there for
A
the
tree. So you telling me Joker couldn't go back in the day?
No.
Oh, that's crazy.
I don't think Joker would have
I
made
think
it
it
back
would
in
have been
the
hard
day.
for him.
Especially with the physicality.
He would have. He probably would have made it to NBA, but I don't know where he would have been at though right now.
I think Joker
He'd have
game
been with
would have
Tony
been
Kukoc.
Damn, in Chicago?
Yeah, like
No, I'm not saying he would have been a Tony Kukoc.
Oh, you say he would have been a Tony?
he would have been a
Kukoc.
Tony Kukoc.
but he don't move as Tony Kukoc.
Meaning what?
No, like
Well, that's because Tony Kukoc.
he was moved. Like
that's because Tony Kukoc.
he moved. Like he had grabbed that ball off the rim and he's gone.
I don't think the game would have been ready for a Joker type
The
thing.
game was based around big men back then.
Yeah. And
That's
you
why I
actually-
was saying it was just dumping down low. Right now, you got to double
didn't-
team Joker.
In the
So
80s,
what makes you think
in
back
the
in the day?
In the 80s and 90s, what 7-footer you seen bringing the ball up, controlling the game?
You wasn't.
You was. So it's like the game definitely evolved. Like,
So like I say, for it to be a big man, how it was a big man's game back in the day, big man wasn't averaging a lot of assists. Shaq, what's the most points Shaq averaged? 30-something?
Mm-hmm.
What's the most assists Shaq averaged? You can't tell me Shaq wasn't getting double team, triple team.
probably 1.2.
My
He
point
ain't
is
need,
exactly.
when he was getting double and triple team, he was still scoring.
Because he rather force the shot. Joker is going to put you in a position, score the bucket.
But if I'm making the basket, what do it matter if I pass the ball?
It's so hard now to compare sports from 20 years
That's
ago
probably
to
how a lot of
now.
people would look at it. Like,
It's
you
so
pass the
hard
ball, but if
because-
I can make it anyway,
Basketball, like the sports got solved, things lightened up a little bit. The physicality no longer exists. Like, you know, Jokic would have been coming up in the 90s. He would have got checked by fucking Gary Payton in the backcourt. Like, shit just wouldn't have been that. Shit
Gary
just
Payton
wouldn't have
would've put
been
the
what it
glove on
is
him.
now. Like, it's no way possible I'm letting this 7'1" big guy grab the rebound, come up, control the whole floor. He's literally going coast to coast on everybody right now. Like, he'll pass the ball, but he also
no,
bringing
Joker
it to
don't really bring up. These brings up the ball.
No, Jokic brings up the ball as well. He played point guard more than Jamal Murray do.
No, that I see it now as more because Murray's down.
But even still, when Murray's there, like he'll play point, or more so, especially when Murray go to the bench, because Jamal Murray stays in foul trouble in the beginning of the game. So Jokic plays a lot of point guard. You get what I'm saying? Throughout the entirety of the game. So he's coming up and he's setting up. Like Jokic is honestly, you know, well, he's the reigning MVP, so you gotta respectfully say he's the best big man in the game at this point, because that's what, once you MVP, you're the best. It means you had the best. So he's the best, but 20 years ago, he doesn't do what he do.
He don't do what he do.
He doesn't do what he do at all. No way possible. Listen, man, they allow him to do that. In the 90s, Gary Payton was walking up on your ass in the backcourt checking you. You were passing that ball because you was getting checked. You wasn't, you're not controlling this. Get your ass down there. Okay, so you telling me your 7-foot ass going to be up here. I got my 7-footer down there protect. That means there's a 6'2" guard somewhere just free right now. Okay, yeah. I got you. I'm glad y'all want to play this way. Y'all giving us candy all day. You giving us candy all day. It just wouldn't happen, man. And I guess that's the beauty of it. That's why, like, if you watch the scores right now and you watch a Hardware Classic game, you'll look at it, it'd be 15 seconds left in the game. The score be like 96, 97. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, you be looking at the scores 133, 137. Mm-hmm. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's none whatsoever. Defense. I mean, everybody, like I watched LaMelo yesterday, bring the ball down, nice little open layup, just to do some dumbass pass to kick it out to the corner because they rather the 3 than the 2 now. Where's that good basketball at? And then for a motherfucker like me that's gambling where I got you at 18 points, you got 15 right now and you passing up layups, I'm throwing a remote at the TV. Vegas is fucking with me right now. Ain't no way possible you got an open layup and you kicking it out for this pretty ass assist. Just don't work, man. Basketball is different. It's very different. But, that's always the beauty of it because even with LeBron, a lot of people say LeBron would have, made it in those eras because he's big, he's physical and things. Right. I don't think LeBron would be LeBron if he came up in that era.
Got beat up more.
You say what?
He got beat up more.
Yeah, he'd have definitely got beat up more. His heart wouldn't have been the same.
Yeah, he'd have got beat up more.
Like LeBron looks at everybody.
If he'd have came in the league in Cleveland,
Dennis Rodman would have pissed him off.
It's certain team.
All people.
You gotta understand when LeBron came in the league, he still had to go against that same Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, Dennis Rodman and them Pistons.
Dennis Rodman. Rasheed Wallace and them.
You talking even like
when LeBron came? So this thing if he had a problem with them Pistons. What you think them Pistons back in the day would have been doing?
If he got a problem with today's rule, imagine the rules back then when motherfuckers was putting you in the headlock when you was going up. Yeah, like
Jordan said, I had the gym.
Yeah, like now, like I think LeBron averages. I think he has a good career, but as far as being mentioned with not at all. Not at all. I think LeBron is a 22, you get what I'm saying, 22, a game person. Like, I think that's who it'd be, but I don't think he matches up to, the greatest back then when defense was.
So you saying he'll average 22 points back then?
LeBron would definitely be, a franchise or number 2 on the team, but he wouldn't be, GOAT James as they try to call him. It wouldn't be that. Absolutely not. Absolutely. I mean, I watch LeBron right now, and I watch teams do dumb shit to where they'll switch on LeBron, and you'll put it like I seen Golden State put Steph Curry on LeBron on a switch, and he just look at you like, "Oh, this candy. I'm just going, you get what I'm saying, bully you. Now you gonna bully. Now you follow him at the same time. You might as well just olay his ass. You're not getting that. That's like me trying to go up with DK Metcalf. I'm taking your legs out, dog. You not ringing my fucking bell, or I'll turn into Dion and shoelace your motherfucking ass. Ain't no way possible. I got my shit rung before. It ain't happening. Like, you see how big DK is? Yeah. That's a big motherfucker, man. And Unc from Mississippi, that's his boy and shit, man. DK big as shit. Ain't no way possible we going head up. You not making no, like, you see all them boys going at Henry? I'd rather you laugh at me for missing a tackle than me being a poster with my whole legs in the air like this. You're not stiff arming me like that. You not. I'm gonna have to do some gangster shit on the field just to show. I'm gonna have to rip your chain off or some shit like that just to save face. We not doing that. We not doing that. I'm ripping your chain off. I'm cutting your dreads, pulling your shit. Something. We gonna do something.
Cutting his dreads.
You getting kicked out.
That's fine, but you're not gonna stiff arm me again.
You ain't gonna get stiff armed again. You ain't gonna be playing.
Now that's perfectly fine. I honestly don't want to play. If you stiff arm me like that, the chances of you doing it again is very high. I honestly don't want you Listen though, yo, when I played for the High, right, my freshman year, it was this dude that played for Paul Six, and it's crazy. I don't know if Uncle remember, but he played when we played for the Hurricanes. Uncle brought the Hurricanes to the city, and he played for one of the teams on the Hurricane. So our 8th grade year, he ran over us like crazy. He wound up going to Paul Six his freshman year. We had to play him as a freshman. Dude had about 23 carries, 349 yards. Like, when I say to you, we couldn't stop this dude at all. Like, he rung my bell. Like, but the only thing I held onto his ankle, I wasn't letting that bitch go. Like, you ran me over, but nah, you wasn't scoring on me, though. Wasn't no way possible. They was going to talk about me all day.
Basketball. You're not dunking on me.
But when I say to you, and I'm going to get canceled after this, he hit this one dude. I ain't even gonna mention his name though, but the boy, they was coming on the sideline. He rung his bell, ham twisted like this. The next week he was gay. I don't know, he wasn't gay that week, but the next week he was gay. The next week the motherfucker was gay. I swear to you. I'm gonna tell you who it is once we off camera. But the nigga, he quit the football team. I swear to you, true story. He quit the football team after that game. He left his equipment and everything near. He came to school the next week. He was gay the next week. Like, we all sitting there. So the biggest joke for us, like, that played on that team all the time was, like, the dude took the straightness out of you. Like, he literally knocked the straightness out of you. Because it literally, like, and he from my hood, though. He from Centerville. Like, so it was like, I literally had to see this nigga every single day now. Like, you literally, like, we just went from playing football together to, like, man, you're gay now. Like, when the fuck did this just happen? Like,
come on, man.
Yo, he knocked him, like, he literally knocked him out the fucking closet. I was just like, wow. I'm glad he ain't hit me like that.
Yeah, that's I never been dunked on, so if I was to get dunked on, so like body to body, I probably would feel what you saying, like, oh nah, he just sure, because I dunked on people, not my face that I made them, like, man, you ain't gonna do nothing.
I feel like I would only feel disrespectful. I mean, I would only feel disrespected. If you put your nuts in my face. Yeah, if you put your nuts in my face, or if I fell, you know what I'm saying, or if you really like
push me, push me or some shit.
Yeah,
Marcus
like other than that, if you just go on top and dunk and I'm under there, fuck it.
Disrespectful person to me.
Yeah,
in
like
Kentucky?
don't.
I mean, yeah, in Kentucky, when I was this one game, he got the ball, he hit the ball with the drop step, turned around and slammed on him and looked at him and said, "Call me." Mm-hmm. I felt like that was the most. Me myself, I felt like when you said you would have pulled his dread or something, I would have hoped the market, like, what am I calling you? This slammed on me.
Especially, well, see, that's the hard part, because now you got to think about if I'm on a scholarship and my parents been. That's a lot of things you got to think.
But you're not thinking about it at that moment.
Well, it depends on who you are. If you come from, sometimes people just that humble to be on that stage. It depends. Like, it depends on what I got to lose. Like, if I know, like, you know what, you absolutely right, man. We fighting in that motherfucker.
Right there.
We fighting in that
when I seen that, I said, yo, like, and then now they all, every time he slammed the ball, that's what all they kept doing was call me. That was the most disrespectful thing.
And it's crazy though, because as adults now, like when I used to play, so I'll go as early back in the 90s, like when Wag and them played in the High, you know, me being a kid there, like I used to watch them disrespect teams. Yeah. And it's like, I used to look at these teams like, yo, y'all really pussy. Like, you know, y'all in the huddle, you know what I'm saying, doing y'all thing. Like, Can High coming over there just pushing y'all out the way, like disrespecting y'all. Y'all not going to do nothing. Like, so when I got to high school, we used to do the same thing. Like, the teams would be on their little side of the 50 practicing and everything. When you came to our house, man, we all in your practice and your drills and everything. Coaches, get them on their side, get them on their side. Nah, we gonna get in y'all head right now to let y'all know. Then we go out there and get the shit beat out of us. We'll go out there and literally get the shit beat out of us. But, you know, that was just the thing. But DeMarcus, man, it was so funny because he came in as a bully. He played bully ball until he ran into Zebo. After he ran into Zebo and he told him on that foul line, bullies get bullied where I'm from, DeMarcus ain't been the same DeMarcus Cousins since then.
Facts.
He ain't been the same DeMarcus since then. But, you know, closing out on this, man, you know, tell everybody where to find you at.
You can find me on Facebook at Derrick Peoples, Instagram at RNK, 1331. But I just want to say one thing about the sports betting. People be in your inbox, they want to follow your tickets. They just want the winning ticket. And I try to tell people, like, this is my job. This pays a lot of my bills. I go on vacation. I do a lot of stuff. So your dedication is not like my dedication. And I tell people, it's just like you go to class. You go to school. Go to school Monday, teacher tell you got a test Friday, which is the football games is Sunday. So if the teacher tells you got a test on Friday, what's she gonna do throughout the whole week? Do stuff on the board for you to take notes, right? Mm-hmm. So I feel like people was there Monday, they heard the teacher say loud as day as a test Friday, but they lollygagged all week. So when Friday come, they just want to find the best person. Yo, let me cheat off of you.
Yeah, they bullshitting.
Let me cheat off of you. And like I tell people, I don't mind sending pics. For one, you be lucky if you get my whole ticket. Everybody want that $13 ticket, the big ticket. You got to be lucky to get that. Mm-hmm. If you just hit me like, yo, bro, send me some pics. If I'm cool with you and I'm fly with you, I'll send you pics, no problem.
Definitely one of the most loyal guys in the world.
It's not
keep that thought real fast. I just want, before we go back to that and everything. So the dude I was telling you about, that Rongus Bell, Onk just sent me the pic. He in the league now, so I guess he, Jonathan Grimes. He play for the Texans now, or he's somewhere else? He used to play for the Texans, so he played in the league, so I guess he was verified. So I don't feel too bad getting ran on like that. Like he ain't no nigga I can still see in Crestbury at the corner store or something. Like he actually made it. But, going to what you said, wrapping up and everything, I can definitely vouch for you being one of the most loyal people out there. Even to where, I was saying to him yesterday, one of the guys, one of the dudes on the group, whatever, he felt some type of way because he put his ticket up and he only got 2 tips, for a winning ticket. I respect people, I gave y'all this, that, and third, whatever. I don't think that you should be crying if you don't get any money from putting a winning ticket out, because one, you can't say how much a person, you get what I'm saying? You can't say how much a person played that ticket for. You played it for 40, won 25 off of it. If I paid it for 5, I only won a cup like 300 or something off of it. So that's the first thing first. Second, you get what I'm saying? You don't know another person's living situation. Right. Like, I could literally, you get what I'm saying, be in some shit to where I'm behind and that money I just won, like I needed it for that. Most people would say don't gamble if you don't got the money, but sometimes motherfuckers play the lottery and they ain't got nowhere to live at. True. But, it's just so hard. So it's like, for you put this stuff out there for people and you tell people, and I always tell people the same thing. This is a gamble. What I'm giving you could go either way. Mm-hmm. This is what I feel right now. So I'll never charge nobody for my guess. Like, this is honestly, if I knew what was going to happen, I'd be fucking rich right now. So I don't. So I'm not going to charge you for my guess, because I could literally give you 6 picks right now. All 6 of them was smack. I won't hit another ticket for 2 months. Now you losing time at the time following me.
Yep. And that's what you said. You got to lose with me to win with me.
Absolutely. You got to follow. We might only hit twice a month, but you're going to win more than you lost. But, that concludes episode 13 of Part of My Opinion with our guest, Derrick Peoples. People's Power Wash, and get with him.
Definitely.